Welcome to episode 5 of Snapshots. Today I wonder who my guest is.
Yay!
Nah, bro.
Let's fucking go. My boy.
Okay, so the guest that we have today, his name is Rishabh. He's a comedian. Rishabh, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Rishabh Mishra and I'm a stand-up comedian by profession. By education, I'm a computer science engineer. I'm still looking for a job because 2025, that's for you. Hi Tanishq, how are you?
That was a cool intro, and
Thank you, sir.
I'm good. I'm so happy to have you here today. We're
It's
going to
an
be
honor.
speaking about comedy. There's so much that I want to learn about comedy because when it comes to good film,
Mhm.
which is what this channel is based upon,
Yeah.
to understand how to write comedy into your films and get good comedy in films,
Mhm.
you need to understand how comedy works, which
Yeah.
is basically the fundamental. And I didn't see a better person to bring in than an actual
Thank you so much.
comedian.
It's an honor to be here. It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure. And who better to give this podcast to? Podcast debut at Tanishq. Let's do this.
Okay, let's go. Well, let's start off with a little discussion about comedy. So,
Sure.
tell me, according to you, what is comedy? What makes good comedy? And what do you do as a comedian?
So, I mean, comedy is subjective. All of the comedy is subjective, and I feel every emotion is subjective. What's funny for me doesn't have to be funny for you. What's tragic for me doesn't have to be tragic for you. But yeah, there is a common ground among everyone where I feel, there is a common ground where everyone can laugh together and everyone can cry together. And the common space where you laugh together, that's comedy for you.
Okay.
And yeah, again, so because of its subjectivity, because of so wide it is, there's space for every audience. Okay?
Okay.
Some people like dark comedy, some people like theater comedy, some people like stand-up comedy. I personally do stand-up comedy. And the process of writing every set of comedy is different. I was reading a paper once about comedy. There are 37 types of comedy in the world right now.
Okay. 37, just 37?
37 types of comedy which has been studied over, which has been researched, and people find them funny, and they can be categorized differently, right? So there's mimicry. So everyone thinks that mimicry and just a regular stand-up comedy, they're the same thing, but no. Mimicry comedy is a different type of comedy, and stand-up comedy is a different type of comedy. So there is a difference. You can surely go deep into each sections of comedy, but I think, yeah, on a major plate, it's about subjectivity.
Okay, that's really interesting. So now when you go to your shows, and let's say you're performing in front of an audience, how do you write your material that is common to the entire audience? Because there's just many different type of comedies,
Yeah.
and as you said, comedy is subjective. So some people might like some type of comedy, and some
Yeah.
people might find it repulsive, right? So how do you write before a show? How do you prepare, and what's that process like?
Okay, so how I like to do it is I see that a joke is subjective to cooking. Okay, so let's say you're making. I'll give you an Indian cooking reference. Okay,
Hmm.
let's say you're making a chicken dum biryani.
Okay.
Right. So what do? You cut the chicken.
Yeah.
You put spices onto it. You let it marinate for a while. Then you do whatever with it. Okay.
Okay.
So similarly, how I write my jokes are when I think of something that I think is funny. Let's say I find this conversation with you funny.
Hmm.
So what I'll do is I'll go home. Okay. I'll throw every idea that I have, every angle that I thought of it, every angle that I think, okay, this can be funny, this can be funny. I write all of that down, and then I start to narrow it down.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's a big chunk of ideas which are narrowed down to one story. And a story is a big thing. So this is a process for just one joke.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I can speak for all the comedians here that in the beginning, you have to have a very tight 5 minutes. Where what I mean by tight 5 minutes is you have to have a 5-minute joke that everyone can laugh to.
Okay.
Right? See, humans are the same in the entire world. Okay, you and I, we are the same creatures, right?
Yes, yes.
So it's not very difficult to to find a common ground.
Okay.
Okay, and I think that is where when I strike it, you laugh. That is what makes my day. When
Okay.
you laugh, that makes my day, and
Correct.
my struggles of writing a joke perfect.
Hmm. So what I learned about comedy is that the best jokes
Yeah.
are the ones that come naturally,
Mhm.
right? So when you go out there and you're trying to tell a joke to someone,
Yeah.
and you do it consciously, right?
Yeah.
And then people might not find that funny. It's more of how natural you can be when
Yeah.
you're presenting. So talk to us about the delivery of a joke and how one can effectively deliver a piece of comedy.
Okay. So about delivery. So as you spoke about it, so it's definitely a natural way of saying it, but there are exercises of how you can enhance your delivery.
Hmm.
Okay. So see, I'm a beginner. So sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
So okay, I'm a beginner as well. I'm not. I haven't been in the scene for way long, but I think I do know a thing or two about the deliveries. One of it is that you have to take it through a lot of scrutiny. Okay,
Mm.
what I do is I go in front of a mirror and I speak it out loud until I find it funny, and
Mm.
that's the most difficult job of it. Finding yourself funny is way too difficult. I'm not gonna look into the mirror and speak a joke and then laugh on it.
Mm.
No, right? Until unless I hit that spot, I hit that strike, I'm not taking it to the city. I'm not taking it to the stage.
Okay.
So that is one of the most primary ways of how I like to enhance my comedy delivery, my speech delivery. I also do some exercises to clear out my to clear out my speak to clear out my
Mm.
speech.
Mm.
Okay, so there's this exercise. I think the viewers should try this.
Okay.
You put a pencil in your mouth, and you say a lot of what are they called? Seashells, seashells
Seashells,
on a
seashells
seashore.
on the seashore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So that is something that I do, which exercises my tongue, which exercises my tongue twisters, tongue twisters. So I do
Okay.
that, and I think it helps. It has helped me a lot, and I think most of the people they try this. I have learned this from other senior artists,
Mhm.
and hopefully I'm the senior artist now. So please learn.
Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. Like I do know that a lot of practice does go behind the scenes before anyone can ever go out and perform in front of an audience.
Yeah.
So when you are writing a joke,
Mhm.
right, and you're trying to write material that's funny, where do you take this inspiration for the type of jokes that you're making? Like how does one like come up with something that's authentic?
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to joke about something that's been said 100 times, but if you want to
Yeah.
make something that's authentic and unique,
Hmm.
how do you craft that?
Okay. Good. Very, really good question. Really good question. First of all, so how I like to put it is that okay, let's say Tanishq, you're sitting with four friends of yours,
Okay.
okay, and you have a context to everything,
Mm.
right? So let's say Tanishq has a friend whose name is X,
Mhm.
okay, and X has some story in their life, and you know about their life,
Mm.
right? So you have context to their life. So now anything that you say, that will be funny for that person, for that group,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So it's difficult to set up a context for everyone.
Mm.
I'll give you an example. Okay, so recently, the idol, the most beautiful in the world, Miss Sydney Sweeney, she launched her
Yeah.
bath water soap. Right, it's been
Okay.
trending all over the internet. So what I did was, I took that because I found it really funny. Okay,
Mm.
and there's a rap about it in the hip hop scene. Right, so
Okay.
I heard that rap, and then I watched this story. I'm like, oh my god, this is just blown up. Oh my god, let's do this. So I threw in some punchlines that I had. Okay, one of
Mm.
I think I can out that now. I've
Yeah.
performed it on a stage once.
Okay, okay, let's
So
hear it.
so I'm not sure what percentage of the people would understand it, but I'll give you the translation as well.
Okay.
The joke is called that Sydney Sweeney has taken it so seriously that I would request the Prime Minister to launch a Pradhan Mantri used Sydney Sweeney Panty Yojana.
Damn.
So okay, for context, everyone, there's a whenever the government of India launches a scheme, it comes under a yojana. So
Mm.
the joke states that the Prime Minister should do something for the youth of India. to get used panties of Miss Sydney Sweeney.
That's crazy, bro.
Okay, coming back to the topic.
Yeah, sure.
Coming back from Sydney Sweeney. So okay, again, so you asked me how does anyone set up a context for it, right? So there are multiple types of ways you can do that. There's this thing called anecdotal comedy. Okay, so you tell everything that you have experienced in life.
Mm.
Okay, let's say I have faced a lot of bullying
Mhm.
in my high school. Okay,
Okay.
so I'll take those traumatic experiences and make a joke out of it, and then make the people laugh, because I am very sure that other people has also faced bullying.
Yeah, similar
Okay?
similar traumatic
Similar traumatic
experiences,
experiences, right? And yeah, I mean, there's when you strike that context with the audience, that the audience might feel that this happened to me as well. He's telling my story. The
Yeah.
audience should feel that.
Yeah. Okay.
That is what makes a good joke and a good environment for the audience.
That's so healing though, right? So when someone goes through something traumatic,
Yeah.
like your ability to make people laugh about it, and basically, in a way, you're helping them cope with whatever traumatic thing that
Yeah.
they've experienced through comedy, which is super powerful.
Exactly, right. And when you see someone on stage and they're cracking the same jokes as you have experienced once, you feel a little empowered. Like, okay, this person has also been through the same, so I'm not alone in this.
Okay.
I've got someone. So you strike a connection with the people who have experienced the same thing. I've gotten messages like when I was performing in I think I performed in Montreal once, and I did this bullying set there. And a lot of people texted me that, hey, we experienced the same thing, and thank you for bringing it up. I'm like, yeah, that's good. That makes me happy. That makes my day. And I think that's the experience of a comedian, right?
Yeah.
You get to feel all the emotions at the same time.
What, according to you, is the hardest thing about being a comedian today?
Today, see, the industry has not seen a lot of good material yet. Okay, so let's say I come from a tier 1 city,
Okay.
and from India as well, and when I'm in Canada, I'm in Toronto as well,
Yeah.
right? So I have faced the privilege of both the cities,
Yes.
where I got a lot of exposure to the city, to the audience, and to other comics.
Okay.
But I don't think it's the same case for someone else sitting in a county or watching something on YouTube in a suburb.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to, let's say if you're listening to Akash Singh or Jerry Seinfeld,
Yes.
you have not seen the Jerry Seinfeld in the county that's watching the video right now. There's a lot of potential there, and the scene hasn't been very exposed much. That is what I feel.
What do you think people can do to bring more awareness on this entire scene?
I mean, if you're attending shows, right? So this is what happened to me. I did not even attend a show. I attended an open mic. I just went there and started watching other comics. I thought, yeah, I can do this. This is my story. Yeah, I can do this at the stage as well. If I'm sitting in the audience, I can surely do it on the stage.
Yes.
And I've been confident like that. So yeah, that is how I started. And I think this is how people will outreach their conscience. Right? Many comics are now doing across cities tour.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and I think that is what will bring people out of their houses and get them on the stages.
So, what was your first experience like on stage? Because people who want to go and perform, they might have stage fright that might prevent
Yeah.
them. Because it's telling a joke. It's a really scary experience. I mean, I can kind of relate.
Yeah.
Because when you tell a joke to a group of people and no one laughs, right?
Yeah,
That's probably
that's-
like the scariest experience. So yeah, tell
That's
me
it.
about it. Tell me about it.
So, okay, so my first stage performance. Okay, so there's nothing that I haven't done on stage. Okay, so I have embarrassed myself so much on stage, and thank God it's not on camera and it never went public. Otherwise, I would have been dead. But but yeah, I've so back in my school, I have been on stage for the longest time I remember.
Okay.
I've been on stage and I've done every sort of shit. I've done the morning school assemblies. Then, I once did this opera singing.
Okay.
And I had zero idea what it is. I just wanted to get on stage, and the teacher asked me that, okay, what creative, what different do you bring to the table that no one else can get. So I heard somewhere that okay, this or that person has won some Brazilian opera singing award. So like, no, I'll do opera singing in school,
Okay.
in
Okay.
the high school.
Okay.
And everyone's like, oh my god, Rishabh's gonna do this, oh my god. And I went up on the stage and I said things that I don't even remember now, and it was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah, but yeah, you still went out there and you still tried,
And I
bro.
still went out there because I didn't fear anything because I was bullied. Okay, so there was nothing the bullies could do more.
Yeah, there's basically nothing to lose. Right?
Exactly, I had nothing to lose. What will they do now? They have
Yeah.
bullied me for since my childhood. So what will they do now? There's nothing you cannot break me. I'm already shattered.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
you cannot do anything to me now. So that is how I personally fought my stage fright. And to be very honest, I'm not and I won't be very modest here, but I've never had any stage fear.
Yeah.
I don't mind going up. I don't mind going outside and doing anything that requires.
Okay. Well, what I've experienced, right, when I've given talks in front of audiences or when I see people performing,
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest cause of stage fright is what will happen if I embarrass myself.
Yeah.
Number one is the fear of being embarrassed.
Yeah.
And the other thing is what are other people thinking about me?
Okay.
Like both of these things, they play a big role when it comes to nervousness, especially when you're going in front of a big crowd.
Yeah.
Because everyone's eyes are on you.
Exactly.
Right? Everyone's attention is
You are the
directed towards
spotlight.
you. You are the spotlight. Yeah. And when that happens, like it can be really nerve-wracking. Right?
That's
It's good to have practice from the time you was young.
Yeah.
So that like growing up you get more exposure to speaking in front of big crowds. But like personally, if you ask me, and if I was to get into comedy and if I was to try to perform in front of an audience,
Yeah.
what I would do is I would first try to find some small local shows where I know there's only a small tiny crowd of people,
Yeah.
and perform in front of them and see what's that like, and basically work your way up slowly
Work your way up
is the path that I would take if I was getting into comedy.
Okay, sure. And that is how comedy is done. Okay, that is the very typical way of doing comedy. So I'll give you a little context on how the journey of a joke works. Okay.
Yeah.
So you throw that big chunk of ideas, you
Yes.
narrow it down, you take it to open mics. Okay. So there are open mics there are open mics happening every weekend, even weekdays now. Okay, every night. So you go 10 to 12, you go sit in a comedy club or a bar, and they're hosting comedy open mics, right? So you go there, you try your material, and how many people are there? 15, 20? And the good thing, and like you said, that what will other people think of me? The good thing about that is, no one's gonna remember you.
Exactly.
Everyone's gonna remember your joke. Okay, if you do well, everyone's gonna remember your joke. If you do bad, no one's gonna remember you.
Yeah.
That is what I feel. There are 8 billion people in the world.
Yes.
Do you think someone has time to think, okay, oh man, this was that, I went to that comedy bar last night and that guy did so bad and oh my god, I need to write about it on the internet? No, nothing like that. It's gonna happen, and people will forget you, and so you don't have to worry about it.
It kind of relate because when we go out to the streets and we do street photography,
Yeah.
one big thing that prevents us from going out there and taking good street photography is the fear of going up to random strangers and taking
Exactly.
their picture.
Yep.
And the fears that I had were number one, either like I'm gonna get into some type of confrontation,
Yeah.
or like what are people gonna think about me? The stranger with a camera is going around taking pictures.
Yeah.
But then you realize like everyone is in their own world.
Exactly.
Everyone has like so much complexity in their
Yep.
life that no one has the time to just sit and worry about what you're doing with your life. And
Yep.
that gives you the freedom to go out there and experiment and create and fail and make fun of yourself. But
Yeah.
you grow in the process.
So that's a very interesting insight, Tanishq. I'll tell you a little story here. Okay, so a couple of days back, I was working with this agency, and they asked me to go out with a camera person, and do some random street interviews. Okay.
Okay.
And I get this really amazing kick when when I have to meet strangers. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna love this experience. This is the time of my life. Okay, that is my time to shine.
Mm.
I love going to the strangers. I love going to talk to anyone and everyone.
Mm.
Okay, I'm all in for it. And my experiences have been great so far.
Mm.
Speaking about the last time, so last time I went out. I was with the camera person of mine and great person. So we went out and we had this number of questions that we wanted to ask them, and then they would respond. We would get that on camera, and then we would come back. We would edit it, all of that. So I went out. I first initiated conversation with a couple of strangers, and they were like, "See, we are fine talking to you, but we don't want to be on camera."
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and I'm okay. That's fine. Let's do a number of questions so that I know that okay, I'm asking the right questions, and I know what should I expect from the audience.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah.
So I did ask them, but that wasn't on camera.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I think I would have approached around 70 to 80 random people, and this is in Square One, so Mississauga people. So square. This was in Square One, and I was just out there. I asked 70, 80 random strangers about, can I ask you some questions? Can you spare some time to talk to me? All of that, and none of them agreed to come on camera.
Okay.
I started this at 10 a.m. I came back in the office around 1 p.m.
Okay.
3 hours, constant denial and constant rejections.
Mm.
I had the worst day of my life that I
Mm.
thought.
Okay.
But now when I think about it, no one's going to remember me. And I don't even remember those 70 people, do I? I don't. I don't even have their faces in my mind now. So that is how it works. You should never care about who's thinking what. Because everyone's the main character of their story.
Yeah.
Right? It's a movie, right? Ultimately, what is it? Everything's a movie.
Mm.
Your life is a movie.
Yeah.
You're the main character. You think about yourself. You don't think about others.
Mm.
You might have a best friend or a yes man who's just agreeing to whatever you're saying, but you don't have time to think about the enemies.
Just focus on your own growth.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. And I think that is how you'll go out. That is how you'll feel that, okay, not everything's about me. And not everything's about my feelings, not my emotions.
Mm.
Yeah, that is how you succeed.
That's really great. The fact that you can go through an entire day of rejections,
Yeah.
then come out the next day and not let that affect you,
Yeah.
that's actually really inspirational. And thinking about it, right? Like regardless of how like happy you may be, when you face direct rejections in the moment, it's obviously gonna feel really painful, right?
Okay.
It's because when you go out there to perform, you're performing so that like other people laugh at your jokes. You want to spread happiness in a way. But when it's not given back to you, I can kind of relate that at the moment it must have felt bad, but your ability to keep that in the past and move forward and only focus on your growth and where you want to be and not let anything else sidetrack you is really a remarkable skill.
Exactly. I mean, that is how you know what you have to reject, right? When you face rejection, let's say I'm taking out a joke, okay, and people don't laugh on it. So I know that I either have to refine this joke a lot to make it so presentable that people laugh on it, or either I have to scrap it out of my book.
Mm.
Okay, I don't have to keep that baggage with me and go around and expect people to laugh. It's fine. I'll scrap it. I'll write another one. I'll take that one. If that gets rejected, I'll write another one. And that is how the process continues. Every time you come back home with an audience that didn't laugh, then don't take it personally.
Mm.
Just go to your writing book, write another joke.
Okay.
You have it.
Yeah. Because you've literally lost nothing.
Exactly.
Mm.
What did you lose?
If
A couple
anything,
of
you've
words?
gained experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
So you most of the times you have nothing to lose. You just overthink about it.
Mm.
Oh my god, this is going so intellectual. Oh my god, man.
That's all that.
I did not even expect this from me.
No, seriously. That's why I have this podcast, is so that people get to have these deep conversations with people in the industry like yourself.
So guys, don't take me very seriously, okay? I'm just a random person here. But yeah, I mean, see,
Yeah.
you'll get help, right?
Yes.
Some or
yes,
the other.
yes.
Just listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you're still here. Hello.
Hi.
Are you there?
Are you there?
Wake up.
Wake up.
Here's what I do. I put on podcast while I'm sleeping. So
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, people who
Honestly,
podcast.
that's the way I wind down as well. Is I listen to it's gonna sound really nerdy, but I listen to like Andrew Huberman podcasts about mindset before I fall
See,
asleep.
see, it's not just me, guys. Let's go. See, you'll find common ground. See, we found ours.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, stemming from our previous conversation,
Yeah.
right? So talk to me a little bit about what are some mindsets that someone who wants to get into comedy should have. Like, what should their thinking be like, and basically, what should they do to work on themselves and grow as a comedian?
First of all, go out. Don't be scared of going out and presenting yourself. Okay, you should have enough confidence in you to know that okay, whatever the other person's saying about you, that's not true. You can always prove them wrong.
Mm.
Point one.
Mm.
Point two is never have this all in or nothing attitude. Please do not. Even let's say you're taking 10 jokes, okay, 5 of them worked, 5 of them didn't. So you should not go like, okay, and you know what, next time when I'm going, all of my 10 jokes should work. You shouldn't go like that. Or either you shouldn't stop doing comedy at all because those 5 didn't work.
Yeah.
Because the other 5 worked. So what you do is you progress linearly. Don't expect an exponential progression in this. If 5 jokes work this time, next time try 7,
Mm.
then try it 9, then try 10.
Mm.
Okay, there will be one day when all of your jokes would work, and there will be days when none of your jokes would work.
Mm.
So just be prepared for it.
Got it.
Don't lose hope. Don't have this all in or nothing mindset. Okay,
Mm.
just keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on refining, and that is how I think you'll get good. And once you start learning from others' art, that is when you realize, okay, so I have some things to work on myself as well.
Mm.
I used to do my comedy in Hindi
Okay.
back when I was in India.
Mm.
I used to do it in Hindi, but here I don't have a lot of Hindi audience.
Yeah.
That is when I thought, okay, now I need to now I need to skip it to English now.
Yeah, like
So-
scale up, like
Exactly.
evolve your current
Evolve
piece.
my
Yeah.
piece, yeah. So what I did was I kept the same Hindi jokes, translated them into English. None of them worked. I'm
Mm.
like, okay. And why didn't they work? Because they were contextual to the people who are used to listening to Hindi,
Mm.
who are used to experiencing the same lives that I experienced. But now that I know that, okay, everyone has a different experience, so I should curate something in English, and I should go out on stage and I should present it in front of them and ask for their opinion.
Mm.
What's there are binary, right? 0 and 1.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's the only response you'll get in comedy. Either
Mm.
everyone's laughing or no one's laughing.
Okay.
Right. So that is your response. That is your response book.
Mm.
Everyone's laughing, it's a 1. No one's laughing, it's a 0.
Yeah.
Right? You should never stick in between.
Yeah. You can't just have binary with just ones. Right?
Exactly.
You gotta have
Yeah.
some zeros. Well,
Exactly.
it comes in together, and you gotta think big picture.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. You always have to think that okay, maybe the audience didn't like it much. Let's try tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow's audience would like it. This has happened to me when I used to perform in Mumbai, right? So there was this one time I wrote like 15 to 20 jokes. I went on stage for an open mic, and none of it worked. And I was trying really hard,
Mm.
something should work. No, either
Something,
one or
yeah.
two. Come on, out of 20.
Exactly. Like you've put in the work.
Nothing worked. I walked off stage and didn't get a laugh, didn't get a ovation, nothing like that. The next day, I took the same jokes. This time, all of them worked. All 20 of them worked. Everyone was laughing. I got an ovation, and like, what happened? So it's not just, there are days when it's not about you. It's the world's not working how you want it to be.
Mm.
Right. So, when you will experience it, that is when you'll know, okay, I have to keep these things straight and these things fixable.
Mm.
That is what I do.
Mm.
I have 10 straight jokes that, okay, I'm never going to change this. This works with everyone and anyone in the world.
Mm.
And these five, I can customize them according to the
Mm.
personalized needs of people.
Yeah. So even though you're a comedian and your jobs make people laugh, the lack of laughter doesn't have anything to say about your worth as a comedian, and that you can always improve
For
yourself
sure, you can
further.
always improve. There's always scope of improvement, and
Mm.
you know it's a creative field, right? Even you would know about this. You're a photographer yourself.
Yeah.
You would see that there is always scope of improvement. Even if you've done the best job, you've got the validation from the best of the people in the world.
Mm.
You would still know that okay, these things I can do better, and you know this.
Exactly.
No one else can judge this for you,
Mm.
right? So if you're taking a picture, and someone else comes up to you and they're like, hey Tanishq, this is a great picture, but you know deep down yourself that okay, I could have done this better. I
It
could
could
have
have
done that.
improved.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that is what drives you. That's what should drive
Yeah. It's always wanting to be better than where you
Yeah,
are, because when you get satisfied with the work that you're putting out, there's no scope for improvement at all.
you. Yeah.
Like, I know that my pictures are good. Like, if I took my pictures out and if I showed it to people, like, I've gotten so many reactions at this point that the reactions are nothing special, if you know what it means. It's like, yeah, I'm happy you like it, but
Yeah.
it's a normalized form.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, when I go and show people, I know for a fact that it's gonna like blow their minds, but I cannot use that as a metric and stop improving myself, because when you go online and when you go out there and you see how vast the world is and how many different type of professionals are out there,
yeah.
you know that there's miles that I have to go. There's so much further that I can take my art, that I cannot be satisfied. I mean, I always have to keep pushing myself, and I'm pretty sure like that's how it is for comedians as well. Like, there are comedians who can entertain a crowd for 2 hours straight and just keep them laughing for the entire 2 hours.
For sure.
And it looks so easy when you view it from a screen, but then when you actually go out there and you try to perform, that's when you really know how much goes into
Exactly.
like refining that
Exactly.
art form.
Yep.
And when I look at photographers who are at this top level,
Mm-hmm.
and when I'm on a lower level, it's easy for me to beat myself up and say I'm not that good of a photographer. So what's the point in trying, right? So taking inspiration, but not letting them like affect your worth. Always understanding your worth, and that wherever you are, it's the best place that you can be at the moment, and
Yeah.
just don't rush the process.
No, that is totally valid, and even I have idols, right? I didn't start comedy out of nowhere. Everyone has idols. Everyone wants to be somewhere, and where we want to be, the people that are already there, they want to be somewhere else.
Yes.
That hunger never stops, and I
Mm.
think it's the best thing one can drive.
Yeah.
It's the best thing one can have, possibly within have themselves,
Mm.
right? Because if you're stucking somewhere and being satisfied are two different things.
Yes.
Okay, there can be times when you're stuck somewhere and you don't know how to outgrow it.
Mm.
That is fine.
Mm.
Okay, you're still figuring out, you're still struggling there. That is fine. But if you're satisfied somewhere, then that is where you stop. That is where you lean to take the rest.
Mm.
And I think my personal opinion, I mean, again, that should never be the case.
Mm.
You should never be happy with your work.
Mm. And also, like, you can feel stuck for long periods of time.
Yeah, easily.
And, like, I was stuck for an entire year straight. There was an entire year where I would go out there and create content,
Yeah,
and I would see no growth,
yeah,
and no money would come in, and I would just be going out there and clicking these pictures,
yeah,
and I wouldn't be getting the interactions on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, no one would call me for any commercial projects.
yeah.
It was just a year of me taking my camera, going out there, taking pictures, and basically just building my portfolio
Yeah.
without seeing anything from the external world.
Yeah,
And even then, I still had to push myself, because like, I saw potential. I saw people who are making it like really big in the photography industry, in the film industry, and I'm like, I can do that as well. I just need to keep putting in the work. I just need to never give up. And even though I'm stuck right now, just by putting in the work every single day, I'm gonna become unstuck. I'm gonna grow. Yeah, it's
so sorry.
yeah, it's a journey.
Yep. No, that is definitely the case.
Mm.
And okay, so I'll tell you this really interesting incident that happened with me I was in Calgary recently. Okay. And we were there for a competition. I was with the team, and there was on the last day, everyone was, everyone was having fun, and let's say two people were somewhere else, three was somewhere else, and I said that I don't want to go out. I want to stay in the hotel room itself. I don't want to go out. I just want to rest today because it's the last day, and uh, we've had a long competition. So everyone got out. Everyone was having their own um, type of fun. What I did was 30 minutes later, saying that okay, I don't want to go out. I felt like no man, I have to step out. I cannot stay in this hotel room. I called everyone, and everyone was like, now they are 30 minutes away, right? So when I reach them, they'll be 1 hour away. So I said, okay, you know what? I won't disturb you. What I'll do is I will go out by myself, and let's see, let's see what happens. I went down the hotel, and I was just walking down Calgary downtown. I saw a pub. Yeah, I saw a pub, and it was a really beautiful pub.
Okay.
So I went inside, and it's like, let's see this. And I've never tried alcohol before it.
Yes.
So a couple of boys joined me, and they're like, "Bro, what are you doing here by yourself?" No, and I was here with I was here with my friends, but then now they've gone their own path. So now I'm just here. I'm just sipping water. Like, you're so lame. Oh my god. Like, bro, I'm not lame. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, who said that?
The boys said that you're
Okay.
so lame, and I'm like, bro, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give two shits about it. Then they flipped. Like, come on, you join us. Man, I'll tell you, I have had the best experience with them. Okay, they took me out. We went for some snacks in the evening. They showed me the most beautiful places that are there in Calgary, and I had the best time of my life. So it's not like every time you have to find people. Sometimes people find you. Your people find you. I've been so good friends with them now. You know, and we are always planning that okay, okay, so this is person one's availability. This is my availability. Let's meet somewhere in the common place.
Yeah.
So we are see that is how it's like. You never know what's waiting for you.
So networking is really important.
It's
in this
really
space, right?
important. Yep. And you don't have to actively look for it. People will find you.
Yeah.
As I said, I really believe in the fact that there are 8 billion people in the world. You'll never fall short of people. That is my promise to you.
Yeah.
That is my promise to you. I've been very alone at times, and I've had so many people around me at times. And I promise you this, viewers, actually from the bottom of my heart, I promise this, you'll never be alone in your life. There are 8 billion people. You'll find your person.
Yeah.
You'll find your
Loneliness is just it's just a stage.
Exactly. It's just a stage. It's just a phase, and you will grow out of it. There's no way. If you don't want it, that's the only way you cannot have it. If you want people around you, you'll have people around you, good or bad. You know, any kind of person, every kind of person, you'll have your experience. You'll have your time. Just wait for it.
Yeah.
Don't be disheartened by that by that phase.
Yeah, that's really great advice. And speaking about loneliness, right?
Yeah.
One thing that I learned is that if like at the end of the day, like your loneliness problem can be solved by you being so much in peace with yourself that
Yeah.
no one from the outside really affects your happiness.
Yeah.
And that is something that I had to learn through like extremely long periods of loneliness, right?
Yeah.
So as you said, you can have multiple people around you, and all of those people could be your greatest friends. You can even get to a relationship and find this woman who loves you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like when you're alone and you aren't like distracting yourself with your phone,
Yeah.
can you just sit with your thoughts and just be
Yeah.
happy in the present moment? It's like it's a skill that you can build. But at the end of the day, like regardless of how many people you have around you, you're always going to be alone. So be so happy with yourself, be so in peace with yourself that
Yeah.
like you radiate love, and you don't need like other people to fill in the love for
Yeah.
you. You can just give the love
Be
out
a
to
giver.
other people. Exactly.
Be a giver.
Yeah.
Be
Well,
yourself. What you want other people from. Right. And yeah, I mean, it's really great. It's really great, Tanishq, that when you're willing to give someone the feelings that you want, I think it will return back to you.
Yeah.
Your karma is real. Let's face it. Let's face it. Karma's real. So
Yeah.
whatever you do, it will get back to you.
Mm.
It maybe it'll take a little longer. It
Mm.
will be there.
Yeah.
You'll never be sad the entire. You'll never be sad your entire life until unless you want to.
That's
Come on.
awesome, dude. Well, thank you for that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And
No, thanks to you, man. No, that was all you.
okay, let's get back to comedy. Okay.
So comedy, guys, I'm telling you about. Laughing
We're
is
like,
important.
we've been having like the deepest conversations on a
Well,
on a podcast about comedy, right?
I never thought I could do this. Thanks to you, man. Thanks to you.
Hey, good stuff, bro. Good stuff, bro.
Let's do this.
Well, okay, ready? Okay. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Now, basically, I'm a writer, right?
Yeah.
And I've been trying to write my own films. I've currently written a murder mystery, and I've spoken about that in almost every podcast that I've been on,
Fair enough.
right? So, basically, when you're writing a screenplay,
Yeah.
you're putting yourself into the minds of multiple characters.
Sure.
And that is how you create a diverse screenplay. Okay, so you have a villain. The villain has certain traits and certain characteristics that is completely different from the hero.
Yeah.
Right? The hero might have this wise old man who gives him wisdom,
Yeah.
and basically you can have multiple like characters like this, but
Mhm.
everyone basically has a different personality. That's what brings life to the characters.
Fair.
Now, when I wanna write about comedy, for instance,
Yeah.
like it's very hard to write about something that I know very little of.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm no comedian. Like I don't know how to like write screenplay that other people will find funny because I don't have a lot of experience in comedy. So could you
Yeah.
tell me how comedy works from an external perspective? So not just writing about my life,
Yeah.
but if I was writing about like this fictional character
Mhm.
and I wanted to put comedy into my screenplay and make my screenplay funny, how do I do that?
So, Tanishq, what I would say for why you haven't been able to write comedy yet is because you haven't hired me.
Okay,
Fine.
okay, yeah.
Point one. And point two, okay, so, okay, jokes aside. No, not jokes aside, so comedy.
Got it, dude. I understand.
So
I should have called you. My
Okay.
bad.
Okay, so, so yeah, to write comedy for an external view, I think you'll have to portray a character. First of all, you have to dive into a character. Okay, so let's say you're right. Let's talk about the villain, okay,
Mm.
and the hero, right? So villain has a assigned duty, and the hero has an assigned duty, right? Similarly, the other character, let's name the character Y.
Mhm.
Okay, Y also has a responsibility of making the hero and the villain laugh in the most tense situations.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to think somewhere where it caters to everyone.
Mm.
Okay, it caters. If Y is cracking a joke,
Mhm.
it's funny to the villain as well. It's funny to the hero as well,
Mm.
and they can have they can share a moment.
Got it.
Okay. Again, I think I've mentioned it previously that what happened to you maybe has happened to someone else as well.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
so for you to write a character, you think from the mindset of the other character as well.
Mm.
Okay. So, okay, let's dig deep into the character Y.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say Y is a university student. Okay, a photography major.
Mm.
Okay, and he's having XY problems in their life.
Got it. Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So now think about that. Okay, so he's a university student, maybe a little dumb. Okay, he might be a little dumb,
Yeah.
not very experienced with the world.
Okay.
Okay, and he might be scared. What will he be like when he joins his first internship? What will he be like when he finds his first job?
Mm.
Okay, so think about those lines. When you connect all these dots together, that is when you make a character. I read this one very beautiful portrayal of a character. He was this judge in a high court.
Yeah.
Okay, so how the screenplay artist wrote it was that so he has diabetes.
Okay.
Okay, and he's from this really small town in Texas. Okay, and he's 65 years old. So what do we get from this? So now we have three information. He's 60, 65 years old. He's diabetic, and he is from Texas.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we get from this? Let's get in the stereotypes now.
Mm.
So he might be having troubles with his acidity. He might be having trouble
Yeah.
fixing his hat, right?
Mm.
He would walk slow,
Mm.
okay, and he might be fat,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now you connect these dots and you make a funny character out of it.
Okay.
That is how that is how the screenplay of a comedic character works.
Okay, that's really interesting. Now, let's say I'm writing a joke.
Yeah.
Not everything can be joked about, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes jokes can be taken. It can be taken in a different way,
Out of context.
out of context. And then there's also like, do you have the right to tell a particular joke, right? Because something that you might find funny could just straight up be racist, for example.
Yeah.
This is like just a clear example. Like, yeah, it is funny, but do you have the right
To
to
say.
say that particular joke,
Yeah.
right? So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. So first of all, it's not like everything is. We cannot joke about everything.
Mm.
We can.
Yeah,
We
but
can joke about anything and everything that comes to our mind. It's just that how you're delivering it so that people would perceive it in a nice manner. Okay, I'll give you this really cool example of a recent controversy that happened in the Indian comedy scene.
beer biceps, right?
Beer biceps, right?
Yeah.
That joke has been done so many times. Okay, but just because the beer bicep guy had such an internet personality, people did not perceive it right.
Yeah.
It's a 50-year-old joke. Okay, the joke that I don't want to get in trouble, so I
Yeah,
won't mention the
exactly.
joke.
Like don't mention it because I don't want
Exactly.
to mention. But people who look it up, they can find it.
Exactly.
When I first listened to this joke, like I never truly understood like what caused like such a massive controversy, right? Because I get it, like you're someone with influence, and maybe there are some things that you can say and some things that you can't when you're in a position of influence. But like I don't see the need for such a national wide
Exactly.
outreach.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And see, if we have to dig deep, there might be some political interventions, all of
Yeah.
that. We don't want to get into it, but so it's like it's about the delivery. And when when Ranveer, the beer biceps guy, when he issued a public apology, he did mention it that okay, I'm not a comedian. I don't know how to make a joke, and I'm sorry for what I did. Good.
Mm.
It's a very good apology. I really liked it. And when I first heard the joke from him, I did not even find it funny.
Mm.
Okay, and like okay, if Samay would have said it, Samay Rana is a comedian,
Okay.
and if Samay would have said it, that would be way more funnier than how Ranveer said it.
Mm.
Okay, so it's about the delivery at best, and it's about the intentions at worst.
Mm.
Okay, do you really want to put that person down? If you're joking about a certain someone,
Yeah.
it's about intentions as well, because
Yeah,
you
because
feel it.
there is a line between a joke and then there's bullying,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
bullying to the guy who is bullying you might seem funny, but it's
Yeah.
actually messed up, right?
exactly.
So it's all about like I feel like as you were saying, it's the way you deliver it.
The
is
way you
really
deliver it,
important.
yep.
Mm.
It's really important, and the intent behind it. That do you really want to put that person down?
Mm.
If yes, then okay, you are in for trouble.
Mm.
But if no, then you speak to the other person. Then you speak to that community and clear out your intentions. Clear out your how do I put it in nice words? Let me find nice words.
Mm.
How do you want to put it in front of the community that okay, they understand, okay, he didn't mean bad for us,
Yeah.
but okay, he said what he said and he's apologized now, so it's good for everyone.
A great example that comes to my mind when I think about this, right, is Luffy. Fluffy,
Fluffy,
sorry.
Fluffy.
Yeah, Fluffy. So when I watch Fluffy's videos on Netflix, for example, I see like he can suddenly switch and he can go into an Indian accent and he can joke about Indian people.
Yep.
And then like he goes into like this Mexican accent and he jokes about Mexican people. As an Indian guy, when I listen to that, like I find myself like laughing with him. I do not find that offensive in any way, right? But I feel like he has such a unique way of delivering the jokes that if say anyone else did the exact same thing, like talking in a fake Indian accent
Yeah,
and giving that, like, it's very easy to be considered bullying.
for sure, for sure. And see, now the internet is so wide and so open to everyone that it's really easy to take things out of context and make something else out of it.
Mm.
Okay, great example of Fluffy. How he does it is so beautiful that when you analyze his jokes,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that he's secretly admiring whatever he's joking about.
Mm.
Right. So he had this one joke about a cow when he was traveling to India,
Mm.
but he put it in such nice manner that it felt like, okay, he's admiring the culture of that place.
Mm-hmm.
And when he does this Mexican accents,
Mm-hmm.
he's admiring the people of Mexico. He's surprised by the element of Mexico.
Mm.
Mexico. Mexico. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that is where intentions come in, right? He doesn't
Mm.
intend to bully someone. He doesn't intend to put down someone or some community.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to make fun.
Mm.
He's having fun. The people who are watching him,
Mm.
they are having fun.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of people who loved that video of his Rafi's video of the
Mm.
Indian roads.
Yeah.
Right. I find so many people who are in awe of his comedic style. He even did a tour in India. Did you know about it?
I didn't, but
So-
I do remember him talking about it. Like he was joking about it when he came
Yeah.
back. A bat came and hit him on his
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I do remember about
He
that.
did a
Yeah.
he did a tour after that in India. I think he did like 15 or 20 cities, and people perceived him so well. People welcomed him so well,
Mm.
and it's great, a Western comic drilling his ideas into India, and I think it's great for him.
Mm.
But not everyone will be welcome like that, because I've seen a lot of other comics as well who really want to put down some community.
Mm.
Okay, and I don't think they'll ever succeed into that, because community is where you're tied with your people
Mm.
so well that, okay, you can stand for someone who is bullying you and your community.
So I also feel like if you want to be great in any creative endeavor, right?
Yeah.
You really need like support from the family, support from people around you, because in a way they push you, right? Tell me about it. Like,
Okay. So I did not tell my family for the longest time.
okay.
Until I made my first rupees from comedy, I did not mention it in front of them.
Mm.
I used to tell them I'm going to a friend's house, then I would go to comedy clubs, and then I would perform it.
Okay.
Right. The minute I made my first money out of it,
Mm.
that is when I told them, okay, this is what I'm doing, and this is how it's gonna go. I might be on the internet, so please
Mm.
follow. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. So my parents were skeptical a little that what is he doing, but see, my family, my dad is a camera freak.
Mm.
He likes to he even in back in his days, his young days, he used to write dramas and theater acts for his friends.
Mm.
So he's like, okay, fine, whatever you're doing, just don't make it a trouble for you,
Yes. Yes.
and I think I did take care of it.
Mm. And that's like a valid concern.
It's a
right?
very valid concern. No one would want their kids or children to beat around the bush. Okay, and that is what worked for me. I spoke to them the minute I made my first money,
Mm.
and I think no one questions you after that. When you make your
Mm.
first money, I think no one questions you after that,
Mm.
because people feel like, okay, now that he's making money out of it, he might be doing something
Mm.
serious. He is serious with his life. So that is, I'm still not serious with my life, but
Mm. Hey, you
yeah.
sound pretty serious to me. At least with the aspect of comedy, you seem like you're someone who's really goal oriented and who
I
takes comedy
want
really
to,
seriously.
man. See, I'm a very non-contained person.
Mm.
Okay, I don't like staying in my room. I don't like just staying by myself. I need people around me that I can talk to, that I can make either laugh or cry.
Mm.
Okay, I have a lot of stories to tell. I want to put those stories out.
Mm.
And this is earlier, back when I was really young. I had the same thing with myself, but then I would say, okay, Rishabh, you're too young to be doing this.
Mm.
Okay, you cannot just go out anywhere and speak to people, speak to strangers, because strangers was a no. So like, no, it's
Yeah,
unsafe for me.
yeah, don't speak to strangers. That's the first
Exactly.
piece of advice that they
That
give you
parents give
growing
you,
up.
exactly. So that is what it was. And even still, I cannot contain myself in a room and be there forever. No,
Mm.
not at all. I have to find my scripts. I go out. I have to look for jokes. I go out. I have to just exist. I go out. I be with people. I can never be alone. At times it feels that okay, it's problematic, but it's
Mm.
not. I have
Mm.
I've made peace with myself that okay,
Mm.
what I'm doing, what I feel, it's not problematic.
Mm.
It's how I feel good about myself. If people around me are happy, I'm good.
Mm.
I'm having the best time of my life if you are happy.
Yeah, like the entire point of comedy is to basically bring out positive emotions in people, right?
Exactly.
And you have no idea like how much that is needed in today's day and age.
Yeah.
And because life, that's really stressful. It's extremely stressful, and
Yeah.
the best way that I like wind down is like if I have a really bad day, like I can always go and watch some Kevin Hart, and that's
Exactly.
gonna like brighten up my day. And that really you don't understand the impact that something like comedy has
Yeah.
on the world, unless like you don't have any comedy in your life and then everything is just depressing and sad. It's important the work that you are doing,
Yeah.
because if everyone just stayed to like the boring 9 to 5 and no one really went out of the bubble and tried stuff like comedy,
Yeah.
like the world would be a much darker place. Like
Exactly.
art is extremely important,
Art is
especially as
necessary,
society to
man.
grow.
Everything around you see is an art.
Mm.
Okay. Even I'll tell you this one incident that happened with me.
Mm.
Okay. As I mentioned earlier, I used to do comedy in Hindi when I was in India. When I came here, I felt like okay, I should do it in English, but I was very scared of getting out to the people who don't speak the same language, to the people who did not share the same experience.
Mm.
And also I was a little skeptical about racism, that okay,
Mm.
you know I come from such and
Yeah.
such place, and people might not like me so much.
And that's a very real thing.
It's a real thing. Everyone who's come here, who's a person of color, who speaks a certain way, who has a certain accent, they feel a little inferior, and I'm all in for it. Okay.
Mm.
But when I did go to the first Canadian open mic and I performed few jokes, I felt okay, the jokes might not have worked, but the people were responsive. The people did not specifically they did not laugh on my jokes because I was a person of color. They did not laugh on my joke because I was not funny.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
exactly. That is such an important distinction that you need to make.
Yeah.
Like, don't self victimize yourself.
Exactly. Yep.
That's like extremely important. And I've caught myself doing that many times.
Yeah.
When something doesn't work out, you think that you blame it on the external world, right?
Yeah.
I am a victim of the external world,
Yes.
and I am basically right, and everyone else is wrong for not taking in my content.
Yeah.
Like I always assume that if an audience does not react in a way that I like,
Mm-hmm.
then it's up to me to change it, and I cannot blame the audience. If I make a video on YouTube and if I put in like hours editing the video and it's a 1 hour long video and it gets
Yeah.
tens views, it's not the YouTube algorithm's fault that my video didn't get views.
Exactly.
It's not my audience's fault that the viewers didn't appreciate the video.
Yeah.
It's something that I can do and I can improve.
Hmm.
And that's not being a victim. That's me like taking responsibility for my
For your
current
actions,
situation,
yeah.
for my actions. Yeah. And it's really good that you brought that up. That yeah, it's even though racism it is a real thing,
Yeah.
and personally in Canada I too have had my fair share of racism, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's just part of life.
Yeah.
But you are choosing not to be a victim over
Victim
that,
of
and
it,
that is
yes.
very like that's really good.
That is absolutely true. And when you don't realize this, but when you're self-victimizing yourself, you're losing opportunities where you could have got
Mm.
a lot out of it.
Mm.
I have this one mantra that I always use, that ask for it.
Mm.
Just ask for it. If you're not asking for it, the answer is always no.
Yeah.
And that is how majority of the things in my life has worked. I was very the one of the best moments that I've had in life, one of the best achievements that I've had, they have been because I just asked for it, and people give it to you, man. People are good. People are always good. You'll find amazing people, and they'll give you things you didn't even ask for. Believe in God's plan.
Mm.
He has something really good planned for you. Just ask. A couple of my friends gave me this wallet card, which said, just ask for it.
Just ask.
Just ask for it. You Even if it's no, at least you got an answer. When you didn't ask, you didn't get an answer.
Yeah. If you can visualize it, if you can see it in your head, it's already yours.
It's already yours.
It's already yours. And it's visualization. It's really helped me grow as a photographer, as a creative, right? And there are times where I have this visualization of where I want to be,
Yeah.
and it does not seem practical considering my current life scenario. But by having that vision, by visualizing it, right, you've already set that anchor point. And now, even though you're super far away, you have a point that you're working towards.
Yeah.
And every day you can work towards that point. And every day I work towards the goals that I have.
Yeah.
Even when I don't see the results, even when I feel like it's not going to happen, we still work towards it.
Yeah. You get half a step closer, if not a step.
Yeah.
You get one step closer, you get half step closer to it. But at least you're seeing it coming to you, right? You're going towards it. It's coming towards you.
Yeah.
So I think that is a very great insight about it. I think it's really good, man. See, once you get an answer, you know which direction to move in.
Yeah.
If you get a no, okay, let's try the other way. If you get a yes, sure, take me in. I'm all in for it. There was this one. I joined a school when I came here. Like, it was an after school program.
Okay.
And I joined it for my part-time job. Okay, and it wasn't very far from my place, but the transit took too long. It took like 50 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, so at first I took the job. I said, okay, I'll come. I'll make the 50 minutes up and down. That's no problem. And when I started going there, most of the places where I go to, I'm the youngest. For some reason, I don't know. Okay. I think I'm the youngest you have ever podcasted as well. So
I have no clue.
When I joined the after school program, and when I started teaching there were people around me, the other colleagues of mine, who saw that this kid comes in every day, 50 minutes of transit, and then 50 minutes of transit going back. They offered me to drop me back home, so that I would save that time and I can do something productive of the time that I led. There were 4 teachers other than me, and they all took responsibility for 1 day each. So one day I'll pick him up and drop him. One day, the other day you'll pick him up and you'll drop him. And they all scheduled it according to their own time, to reduce my transit time, to reduce the time that I was wasting.
That's really nice of them, dude.
Exactly. So if you're not asking about it, you're not getting it. I did ask for it. Can I please get a ride home, please? You live closer. You have a car. You have a fancy car. Please drop me. That worked.
Yeah, like if you don't ask, one thing that is guaranteed is like you're not gonna get it.
Not gonna get it.
So if you ask, like nothing's really changed.
Yeah.
But just by putting yourself out there, you have this chance that it might go your way.
Exactly. Yep. That is true.
Yeah, that's how it is for filmmaking, photography, and it's good to see that everything in life it relates, like comedy as well.
For sure. Works in every way, works in every perspective, works in every aspect of your life. Go ahead.
Yeah. So tell me about like what really like sparked all of this. Like, have there been jokes that you've listened to and like you've been inspired by them because you see the beauty in the jokes, right?
Yeah.
I see the beauty in great images.
Yeah.
But like non-photographers, they might not be able to see that.
Yeah.
And do you see the beauty in such jokes?
No,
and, like,
man.
can you
Sure.
explain
See,
about that?
one thing about comedians, I think it goes for everyone. That's that we are all jealous of how good you wrote it. How could you write such a great joke? Oh my God. We're not jealous of how many audience showed up for your show, how many tickets you sold. No, we're not jealous of it. We're jealous of, oh my God, how did you even think about it? That is the first thought strikes to mind when you listen to a good joke. I believe in following someone with such good heart that you aspire to be that someday.
Mm.
When I started comedy, I used to watch Veer Das
Mm.
and Zakir Khan, and I had posters of them and their classic jokes from their specials
Mm.
written inside my room itself. Okay, I
Mm.
carved it on the wall, and I used to write the jokes, and every time I wrote a good joke, I thought, okay, now is the time when I could see them and look them in the eye and like, okay, I have a good joke as well. I have a joke like you too.
Mm.
But I mean, yeah, it's not about jealousy. It's about being inspired of how well can you write it.
Mm.
If you can write it, you can do it. If you can't even begin to write your own joke,
Mm.
you cannot say it out loud because you know it's not yours. I think it's the worst you can do because writing that joke is all it takes in comedy. Delivery, audience, everything can be arranged. Everything you can learn. Writing a joke it's difficult. That's the most difficult thing you could accomplish, and if you have accomplished that, you're good. Everything else can fall into place when the right time comes in. Writing that thing is,
Mm.
and you have to get some inspiration. You have to look out for other people's work
Mm.
to think, oh my God, this is how they think. This is how I should think.
Mm.
So they got many a times, as I spoke about the big chunk of ideas.
Yeah.
Many a times you have to find that certain pinch of idea from the big chunk of,
Mm.
and that is when you dig deep, and that creates another big pile.
Well, that's amazing, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, like I absolutely love this conversation.
It's an honor.
Like you had so much to share, and there was so much value. Well, before we conclude, right?
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, if there's something that you would like to say to these aspiring comedians out there who are going to shows, they aren't getting what they like,
Yeah.
and they're really down in the dumps. They really want to make it big as a comedian.
Yeah.
Like, inspire them.
Hello, aspiring comedians. From a fellow aspiring comedian to all the other aspiring comedians, see, don't wait for the first paycheck. Just go out, try your material. You'll get your first paycheck when you're supposed to, and you will. You will. Don't worry about it. Okay, there's a lot of space. There's space for everyone. Again, there are 8 billion people in the world. Everyone has a space for themselves. Okay, so go out. Don't be afraid of whatever you're doing. You might not find your audience today. You might not find your audience tomorrow. You'll find it someday. Maybe within this month. Maybe within the year. Thank you so much.
Well, it's been such an honor, man.
Man, it's an honor for me. See, it's my first time doing this, and there was nobody better I could think of
Mm.
doing a podcast with. And I've always been inspired by the way you work.
Mm.
You are so outgoing. There have been times when people call me extrovert, and I thought, okay, you haven't met Tanishq yet. He's the real deal. So, and see,
I mean, honestly, man, like, honestly, when I started putting these videos out on YouTube, right? Like, I always had these limiting beliefs, right?
Yeah.
The way I speak, it's been very hard for me to have these long conversations
Yeah.
and talk in a way that I'm not stammering and I'm not saying wrong words. Like, I would be speaking, then all of a sudden, like, I would say a word that doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
or I would stammer and I would say
Yeah.
right, and just the accent alone, like, I would think to myself, who out there would want to listen to this type of an accent? It's such a
Exactly.
thick accent, right?
Yeah.
Like, how would I go out there? How would I make friends?
Yeah.
And I knew, like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna put myself out there, and if people like me, like, that's
They'll stick.
amazing. If they don't, like, I'm not gonna put on this fake accent.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be fake just to get the approval from other
Exactly,
people,
yeah.
right? Like, I'm gonna be authentic. I'm gonna be myself. And if people like see that and they want to be my friends, like, that's cool. And if that doesn't like happen, like, that's not gonna stop me from being authentic. Same with YouTube. Like, if I put a video out there and I speak for like an hour, have a hour long conversation with someone, and I put it there and I get 10 views,
Yeah.
like, that 10 views is not a reflection of who I am. just because like I put something valuable out there and that get 10 views, that doesn't
Yeah.
take away from the value of what's being said.
Exactly.
Like I want to put in so much value, bro. Like I want to put videos out there that people like can see, that they can listen to that and they can be inspired. Because when I wanted to be a photographer, when I wanted to be like a filmmaker, like it was very hard for me to like inspire myself when the external world never gave me that inspiration. So I
Yeah.
had to like, I wouldn't say inspiration, more support, right?
You have to look the light
Yeah.
within yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And well, it's really helped me a lot, and it's all about being authentic, being true to who you are.
Yeah, for sure. And
And
see
yeah.
how far we have come together in the 1 hour, in the previous 1 hour, that we started the conversation somewhere and now we are heading to the conclusion and we are at some really different point,
Mm.
right? And I think kudos to you. Kudos to you for asking such questions, for making this conversation so interesting that it passes away so many phases and
Mm.
it gets to a very beautiful end.
It's all about inspiring, man. Hopefully, I wish I inspire people through the type of content that I
For
make.
see, I'm one of your students. But yeah.
Well, it's been such an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. This is episode 5 of Snapshots. If you guys enjoyed it, like, comment, share, and
Subscribe to Tanishq
yeah, and I will see you guys in the next
in
one.
the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.